We're actually in Target right now. Friday night about 8 p.m. here in SoCal. People were talking about Pokemon being on the shelves back in select Targets today, so I was in the area. I needed to get something anyway, so I just wanted to check it out, see if that was true here at my Target. But I was online earlier during the Target drop and this morning, so this will be a lead up to that video, but there is some stuff here on the shelves. You see, you got some Battle Styles packs, and I don't know the first thing about Pokemon. I know I bought some in the past. They've got some packs here. That's what they have. They're pretty deep, so if you were looking for something, you could find that. These are probably $12.99. You see some here $19.99, but they generally just throw them up on the shelf. So there you go. At some Targets, you can get Pokemon 3-packs for about $12.99. I don't know what your Target looks like, but typical nonsense otherwise, just Magic the Gathering stuff that's always on the shelves. People talk about UFC and other types of things that might be on the shelves, but I don't see anything here. So let's get into the main event of the day, the Friday morning Target online hunt, and what success I had, if any. What's going on, everyone? You saw the title of the video, talking about the Target drop. 7 products dropped yesterday. I'm recording this video Saturday. It's actually into Saturday morning, I should say. It's about 2 a.m. West Coast time right now when I'm recording this. So you saw the little clip I put there. I heard rumblings across the internet that some Pokemon was coming back into select stores. I was in the area, had to do some shopping, so took a little bit of a video, unscripted. I swear, I didn't go in there knowing the stuff was already in there. But you saw they have some stuff. But let's look at, which is good news if you're looking at Pokemon. You saw the Magic the Gathering stuff there. Not too much else. I've seen hockey on the shelf. Haven't seen soccer, UFC, any of that stuff for a while. Did see some opening day tops, but that was a couple weeks ago. Now, Target. Pardon me if I look down, though. I'm going to have some numbers. Like I said, they dropped 7 products, one of which was Sage. Still here, low number. So as I said, it's Saturday morning right now, about 2 a.m. West Coast time. You're looking at about a full day almost after this stuff was dropped, and it's still here available online. $19.99, that price tag probably not exciting too many people. I took a look at the checklist, and Trevor Lawrence isn't even in the base card checklist. Justin Fields was there, Trey Lance was there, Kyle Trask was there. Actually, there were 2 Trey Lance cards. Najee Harris was there, Kyle Pitts. 78 card checklist, but only 76 cards. 2 cards weren't available. Like, weren't even printed. I wonder if those were Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson. But Trevor Lawrence is in the autograph checklist. But that's Sage. 6 other products posted on Target, and that was roughly about 7:05 a.m. East Coast time. So everything I'm going to reference here is East Coast time. 7:05, enter the Thunderdome. It all popped at one time, which was pretty interesting. I don't recall it being that way in the past. It seemed as if they would pop up one by one, but I could be wrong. All popped up at one time, so there's 7 things. There were 2 select product that popped out. There was a Blaster, a Mega. There were 3 Chronicles product that popped up. Chronicles Blaster, Mega, and then actually a 12-pack box of the fat value packs, the ones with 15 cards in it. Sage popped up, and Score popped up. And then a little bit later, an 8th product came along, which was Bowman Mega. It didn't pop up when the rest did. There was no basketball available. Around 7:10 a.m., the select blasters hit. I didn't catch the price on those, so I don't have that information. They would have been anywhere from $19.99 to probably $29.99. If you know, then go ahead and throw it below. I was too busy trying to get some. The select blasters, 7:10 Eastern time, as I said, there were about 15,000, just a little bit short of 15,000 of those. You could get up to 10, and those things were gone in 30 seconds. I was there. I got 10 to my cart. Go to checkout. You have to hit I'm ready to ship, which is an additional step. And then you go checkout. And I had them in my cart. Hit checkout and then, oh, we're sorry, this item, yada, 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 whatever their verbiage is. So those things were gone quick. Select Mega comes along, 7:16 a.m., just 6 minutes later. They had a little bit short of 9,800 of those mega boxes. And those things were gone even faster. 10, 15, 20 seconds maybe. And you could get up to 6 of those mega boxes. Same thing happened though. I had them in my cart. You think, oh, okay, well, just because I had them in my cart, maybe I was close, right? Probably not. I probably wasn't even close. It's the same thing happened. I checked out. I didn't get anything. Next came Chronicles. There was about a roughly 15-minute period where nothing was going on. So I'm sitting there, I'm waiting. I'm like, okay, when are the next ones dropping? Because that's the thing, you don't know, right? You just keep hitting refresh and refresh and refresh. And if you were on there this morning, let me know. Friday morning, I should say. If you were on there, let me know if you were able to pick up anything. I got some Bowman Mega. I'll talk about that later. It's not a huge accomplishment, but in terms of the football product, let me know if you got anything and how you managed to do it. Not trying to take your secrets, but how did you manage to be on top of things? Because I didn't know what order the product was coming in. Once they did the select blasters, then I think people kind of assumed that the megas were next. Chronicles blasters, 7:30 those came out. And those were actually up there for about 2 minutes, and there were a little bit over 20,000 of those blasters. You could get 10 of those. I thought I was on top of my game on that one too. I was, boom, I had 10 in the cart. I'm ready to ship, check out, have the cart information already preloaded in there and saved in the Target website. I thought I was good. But that's the thing that I was just alluding to a bit ago was, you're like, oh, okay, I came so close with Select. Maybe I'll get some Chronicles. No. The Select Megas, getting back to those were $39.99. The Chronicles Megas, $39.99 as well, I believe. And the Chronicles Blasters were $19.99. So the Chronicles Megas, those dropped 5 minutes later at 7:35. Remember, keep in mind, the Chronicles Blasters dropped at 7:30. So 7:35 rolls around, just a little bit over 19,000 of those mega boxes of Chronicles, and you could get up to 6. Now those lasted shorter. That was a shorter period of time for those. I want to say a minute, maybe a little bit more than a minute. And I'm trying to keep track of this stuff as I'm going along. I'm trying to get the orders in. I'm trying to keep track of all the times. I was working it. Now, again, get to cart. I had 6 in there. Check out. Boom. Nothing. You get that message again. Sorry, unavailable. And it's funny, my wife, she works nights as a nurse. So I was like, oh, baby, over 2. Then Chronicles comes. I'm over 3, over 4. And you'll hear over 5 here shortly. But I was on top of things, I thought. And I don't know if there's some kind of lag. People are always going to think that maybe there were bots involved. I don't know. There was just not much supply. And you have to keep in mind that this is a nationwide drop. You're talking about 20,000 in terms of these megas or blasters, roughly, for Chronicles. And who knows how many people are out there trying to get this stuff. Any guess? What do you guys think? Across the U.S., 100,000? 200,000 people online at Target trying to get this stuff? It obviously creates a situation where the site would be a little bit slow, but you think you're there. Like, you're so close, you think you're close, but in reality, were you? That's the thing you'll never know. Was I close? Probably not. I'll just say that just to make myself feel better. But you've got to be really quick with this stuff. So those are gone. Along comes the 12-pack box of Chronicles Fat Value Packs, as I said, the 15 cards. So it was actually a box that had 12 packs in it. That comes along at 7:40 a.m. There were only 3,000 of those. I heard some people talking about you can only get 1. But when I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure, unless I was half asleep, that I had the option to put 10 in my cart. And I put 10. And let me raise a question here shortly after I cover something. Those lasted less than a minute. Again, it was seemingly as quick as Select. It was this thing where as each product came out, it's like people got quicker and quicker. Just like with Select, where the blasters were up for a period of time, the megas went even quicker.
Chronicles, same thing. Blasters, then Megas went quicker. And then these 12-pack boxes went even quicker. And you just think, well, if there was a fourth or a fifth product of Chronicles, it's like now people are kind of in tune to it. And I would say especially because they would know what's coming after the first two happen. So it raised something that I thought about, and this probably isn't valid, just a little something I'm throwing out there. I was trying to put the max for each product. Was that a mistake? Did you guys have any luck getting the max of any of these products? I've been looking across the internet, didn't really see too much in terms of people having luck because obviously the limited quantities and everything. What I was trying to find out was if people were having better luck putting in, say for instance you could get 10 blasters. Were they having better luck putting in 3 or 4 or 5? Is there something about the quantity you choose? Because the time to click the drop-down box and select 1 versus to go to 10, it's split second, maybe a second. Does that 1 second make a difference? So in terms of quantity, is Target just booting out everybody that's trying to get the max or most people? Or is it just that slight second that it takes to scroll down and get more quantity? So if any of you got any of the max amount or you just decided to go for less than the max, let me know as well. I think next week I'm going to try to do something less than the max and see if I have any luck. Let me just get away from things real quick though. I often hear people talk about, oh, I just want cards, I just want some stuff to open. You see it here. As I said, the Sage is still available. They've got this Centennial 2020 draft class, Negro Leagues. What they did actually here was they decided that they wanted to take only the black players that were drafted and make a set out of them. I don't know how many there are. I didn't follow the draft itself, but interesting choice just to include some and not others. That's there. Pokemon, you can see here, it says not available for shipping, but there are some Pokemon that are available for shipping. And I went ahead and I went through this list, and you can see here that this Pokemon here is in stock. Looks like you can order up to 3 of these. And these were the ones you saw in the video. These were actually in the store. And when I was there shooting the video, there was actually a guy off to the side who was excited to see Pokemon on the shelf, so good for him. One thing you need to know about this Pokemon, though, if you buy this online, this is the best way to buy your kids love. Look at this. If you buy your kid Pokemon cards, he'll give you a hug. I love it. That's a photo they actually have on the site. You guys gotta love that, right? I know you get that I'm joking. It's pretty funny. Everybody's happy we got Pokemon cards. Here, Sage, you can pick up to 10 of these. $19.99, as I said. Looks like a Zach Wilson auto here. Magic the Gathering, it looks like you can get 3. So when I hear people talk about, oh, I just wanted some cards to open, I know what you mean. You mean Prism, you mean Select. You don't mean this other stuff. The last drop actually happened at 7:45 a.m. So there's a 5-minute gap between when the box of Chronicles Fat Packs dropped and 7:45 drop. And they actually dropped Bowman Mega, which came out of nowhere, Score, and then Sage at the same time. They dropped roughly about 57,000 mega boxes of Bowman, and they dropped about 111,000 last week. Last week I was able to get 6, and those stayed up for 5 hours last week. I had a ton of supply. I got blasters. Those were there 12 hours or more. So they had a ton of that stuff last week. This week, again, 57,000 roughly, and those stayed up about 2.5 to 3 hours. So I would say this for West Coast guys, maybe it's a thing where if you're just focused on Bowman, and again, this doesn't mean it's going to happen again next Friday. If you are somebody who doesn't want to get up super early and try to fight the crowd for Select or Chronicles, things like that, maybe you can get up a little bit later, 5 o'clock a.m. West Coast time, 6 o'clock, maybe some Bowman would still be there if you're just looking to grab some megas. Obviously, it depends on supply and demand, of course, but the 57,000 roughly that they had today, again, I said it lasted about 2.5 to 3 hours, so that was up there for a while, and I even contemplated getting more. Just having a friend of mine make a purchase for me as well, getting me 6 more. Here you see the order. 6 of those megas ran me $193.89. Picked those up today, as I said. Got another 6 last week. They're supposed to be here June 8th. So if you think about it, it's roughly about a little bit over a week, but I would say 7 business days-ish. They ship from Iowa. I'm in California. The 10 blasters that I had mentioned, I got on a different account. And those 10 blasters cost me $263-ish. They were $24.99 plus tax. These were $29.99 plus tax. All right, I'll just wrap it up real quick here. Score, they had about 14,500-ish, a little bit more. Those were up actually for 5 minutes. I was sitting there and I was like, and I think it's psychology the way they do it, and it's smart on their part. Target, we're saying, is they put the good stuff first, it seems, the past couple of weeks anyway. They put the good stuff first, and then it gradually drops down. So you went from Select to Chronicles to the baseball stuff. So they're trying to capture, perhaps, this is my opinion, that FOMO crowd, that you missed out on Chronicles and Select coming into the day. Perhaps you had a plan, or you had a plan when you saw them pop on the site, but then you struck out on both of those, and then FOMO kicks in and you're like, well, I might as well just buy 10 blasters a score, at least so I can get something. I was sitting out there and I could have easily picked up 10 blasters of score. I decided to pass on that. Sage, took a look at it, looked at the checklist. I was like, not for me. I would have bought score long before I bought Sage. And with the megas, I had planned to grab some anyway, so it just worked out. I grabbed some within the first couple minutes. It was no big deal. Like I said, it's one of those things. I'd love to hear from you guys out there. Were you online today? Are you going to try to jump in the fray? It's a battle. You definitely have to be quick. Make sure that you have your information in Target saved. Have a credit card saved already so that you can just go straight to checkout, because if you're trying to just enter your credit card information the day of and you see Select pop, no way you're going to get it. So plan ahead. The last few have happened Friday. I believe it was 8 o'clock the first day. East Coast time, it might have been 7. Last week it was about 6:40, and then today 7:10. So they're kind of varying the times, but you East Coast guys, you can get a good idea of what time you would have to be up in order to kind of partake in things. West Coast guys, maybe you have to be up as early as 3:30 a.m., 4 a.m. For me, my work keeps me up at that time, so I'm able to do these things. And I actually thought about doing a live stream. It would have been painful. You would have been saying, wow, this guy sucks, he struck out, all that stuff. But anyway, I'd like to know your thoughts. If any of you had any luck, let me know. And I'd like to know how you did it. Not your secret or anything, but how you were able to, it's like how fast did it go? And then really, like, how did you feel when you actually saw that order go through, if you got some Select and Chronicles? So thanks for watching, everybody. Take care. Next Friday, perhaps I'll be doing another one of these videos. Hopefully have a little bit more luck next time. Take care, guys and gals. Be well.